So let's talk about Eddie Van Halen and his super simple shred technique. So Eddie is just, in my opinion, the best guitarist ever. I've learned so many things from him, and this is one of the biggest things that I started incorporating in my playing. So you've probably heard Eddie do a lick like this. He does them all over the place. Think about the jump solo. Think about I'm the One. This is a standard Eddie Van Halen, take a shape, move it across the strings. And before we get too far into this, if you guys would, hit the subscribe button. I know so many of you who are watching this video are not subscribed. Hang out with me. Let's guitar it up. But what I want to talk about is really what's happening in there that makes it sound, one, so cool and just kind of this shreddy aspect. And we're going to apply it to a normal scale. So right off the bat here, Eddie is combining a lot of techniques in here. The two main ones I'm going to focus on, and there's a third one I'm going to hit on as well, is just the way he's hammering on and picking. He's doing both. So for me as a player, for the longest time, I was like, it's either got to be all legato or it has to be all picked. And then, you know, I started learning Eddie stuff. I'm like, oh wait, you can like do both. You've got to like combine the techniques. So for starters, he starts off with a hammer on here. We're gonna go 6, 7, 9 on the low E string. You're gonna pick the first note and hammer on the next two. Now, what I'm talking about by moving a shape across the strings is he does 6, 7, 9 on every single string. The pattern is what he kind of like mixes up here next. So go to the A string and you're going to pick 6, 7, 9. And then you're going to go back to 6. And then you're going to hammer on 7, 9. And you do this across all the rest of the strings. So you have, do it again on the D, again on the G, again on the B. The high string gets a little bit funky. Eddie typically resolves it back to that root. So you have. Now, obviously slow, it sounds kind of funky, but whenever you're playing it fast over like a fast group, you know, if you're kind of burning through it, it sounds really cool. But the technique here that I want you to work on, the shred trick, is that combination of the picking and legato. Now, the third thing I wanted to talk about here is to pay close attention to the accented notes where I'm palm muting and where I'm not, because this is, to me, just an underrated thing of Eddie's playing. I think he has such good palm muting. So it starts out with all hammer-ons. Now, every time I'm picking a note, I'm palm muting. Now, when I do a hammer-on, I pick my hand up a little bit, and it gives you a louder kind of note on that hammer-on section. These are all dynamics. Eddie had so much dynamics in his playing that these are the things you got to pick up on. These are the little things. They're simple adjustments that you can make that make a big difference. They're the ones that a lot of people will notice. You know, people who've been playing for a while will be like, oh, that was a really cool like palm muting thing you did there. So let's take that same idea and move it into an actual traditional scale shape. So we're going to use our C major scale, A minor, whatever you know, it depends on what you're playing it over. But we're going to go like this. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go 8, 10, 12 on the low E string, which is all hammered on. Then I go to the A string and it's 8, 10, 12. I pick back to 8 and then hammer on 10, 12. So go down to the D string and you're going to go 9, 10, 12. The G is also 9, 10, 12. The B is going to be 10, 12, 13. Now we do have to shift our hand up here. Same on the high E string, 10, 12, 13. I'm using my pinky right now, but if I was planning on bending a lick, I'd probably transition. I'd end up using these 3 fingers, but practice it with your pinky too. And just, like I said, incorporate that stuff, descend it. You know, do the same kind of thing. Eddie primarily kind of did that ascending, but to me, that was just such a cool thing. It's very simple to incorporate and just start throwing it in your own playing. Eddie's the man. Alright gang, I think that's gonna be it. If you would, hit the subscribe button, hang out with me, play some guitar, and as always, end it bluesy, Eddie Van Halen style.